Hey everyone, I am Ziamundus and this is Palworld Region Locked Challenge. There are 6 regions that I'm going to lock myself in, and I'm not going to be allowed to leave the region. These regions have one thing in common. They all have a tower boss. The goal is to defeat all regions' tower boss. I am going to do this one region at a time, and for each region I am going to make a brand new level 1 account. So can we do it? Let's try. The settings are going to be the same as usual. 0 incubation time and max work pals and bases. Just like the last region, I'm going to turn down the stamina reduction time. This is just to swim over to the region, and I will be turning it back to normal when I'm there. Astral Mountains is the home of Victor and Shadowbeak. They are at level 50, so I'm gonna get to the same level before I challenge them. The first scrap I loot gives me 3 Ultra Spheres, so that's a good sign. In the beginning, I'm just gonna unlock some teleports, pick up some eggs, and then get to the place I want to build my base. I'm gonna build my base right here. It's a terrible spot, and the only reason I'm building it here is because it's close to the Black Marketeer. This is the last time I'm going to be able to use him. There are no Black Marketeers in the last 2 regions. Let's catch ourselves a wandering merchant. And then make the cloth outfit. I'm gonna need the cloth outfit for the snow area of this region. You need level 2 cold resistance for the snow area and level 3 protection at nighttime. I'm gonna make the torch, and now we can walk freely in the snow area. I am going to need to kill a alpha boss later for the ancient technology point, and all the alphas are in the snow area. We are going to use the campfire strat at nighttime on Frostallion, and if I stay close to the campfire, I am going to get level 3 cold resistance. I found a bee guard for the honey. And I found a flambell. I can use flambell to get flame organs, just like I did in the last region. Let's upgrade our base. I can now build another one. I'm gonna use this base just as a teleporter in case I reach my weight limit and need to drop off some items. Every time I go back, I'm gonna buy some pals and kill the Black Marketeer for the money. I have reached Frostallion, but I have to wait for nighttime. While I wait, I can buy some pals and go out and look for eggs. While I was out here looking for eggs, I actually found some bee guards. I didn't think they could spawn in this region, so I checked the spawns, and there is actually one tiny spot where they can spawn. I am going to take advantage of that later, but first, let's kill Frostallion. Can I loot this supply drop?
Nope.
Thankfully, the humans can't climb, so they are going to go all the way around just to get to me. Let's steal the loot. Let's catch some bee guards. This will take me to level 7, and that means I can now make the egg incubator. There are 271 eggs in this region, so let's go out there and look for some. I can make the crossbow now. That's going to make it easier to catch bee guards. But instead of bee guards, I found musandas. That's fine. I can catch those too. My goal is to get to level 19 for the breeding farms, and I have a lot of ways to level up. I can look for eggs, I can still get some area discovery XP, I can buy some pals, and I can catch some bee guards. There is still one strat I haven't used yet, and that is to catch Memogs. If you have watched the previous region locked videos, you know that Memogs gives a shit ton of XP. I found one, but I am not doing any damage. So let's get the campfire out. This will reduce the XP I'm gonna get. I might have gotten rid of that campfire a little late. I still get a decent amount of XP, even though I didn't catch it. I'm going to look for more Memogs, but first let's unlock more of the map and get to the tower. Getting up there is a struggle, so I'll have to build my way up. A herd of starving wild pals are raiding me, and it turns out to be 3 low-level listpunks. This is some free XP. I found a Memog, and I'm gonna use my Ultra Spheres on it.
Nope. 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 Nope.
I didn't get it, so I'll have to kill it. And I forgot I don't do any damage. I'm gonna chase it.
Bruh.
Okay, I found another one. Level 19. I can now build the breeding farm. Let's build a temporary base right here, just to get some wood for the breeding farms. And then start buying stuff for the cakes. I usually go for Gumas or Liftmonk first for the berry seeds, but this time I'm gonna go with Jormungand Ignis. Kitsune is the best kindling pal I have, and making cake with Kitsune is terribly slow. There are caprites in this region, and they will produce berries if you put them in a ranch. But the problem is that I need the seeds to level up my base. Another supply drop, and this time I'm gonna pull off a Mission Impossible stunt to get the loot.
Yoink.
I'm gonna move my main base over here and then build another base on top of this tower for the breeding farms later. There's only one breeding combination for Jormungand Ignis, so let's get what we need. Breeding Chillit with a Vanworm Crest will get me a Blaze Howl. I can breed Kitsune with Cryolinks to get Wumpo Baton, and then that Wumpo with a Cryolinks to get Jormungand. Let's breed Hangyu with Vixie to get Lift Monks, and then butcher those Lift Monks for Berry Seeds. To get Mozarinas for milk, I can breed Beeguard with Musanda to get Tombat, and then that Tombat with a Beeguard. For the wheat seeds, I'm gonna go with Bristla as usual, and I can get that by breeding Floppy with a Pangullet. I already have a Petalia and a Musanda, so I might as well breed for some Lylines. I have everything I need. I'm gonna build a base where I started all of this. This is to kill the Black Marketeer for money, because I need to buy the eggs for the cakes. Just like the other regions, we can't breed for chickpeas. Let's build a base for the ranch pals, and let's build the breeding farms. We can now start mass breeding random pals. Cue the montage. We have reached level 50. Now let's talk about the fight. I want to make the rocket launcher for this fight. It is hard to make. We are going to need a lot of refined ingots and pal metal ingots to make various stuff. I need the electric furnace, the level 2 weapon assembly line, and some other minor stuff. To make these, we need a lot of the normal ore and the coal ore. The normal ore we can find everywhere, but the coal only spawns in the dungeons here. Polymer and circuit boards are going to be easy to get. We can buy the high quality pal oil, and we can mine the quartz we need. Here's a problem we have. The rocket ammo. There is no way to get sulfur in this region, and we need sulfur for the gunpowder. We can get gunpowder by butchering tokotokos, but we need to butcher 5 tokotokos for 1 rocket ammo. So I butchered 200 of them. That is going to give us 40 rocket ammo. I originally wanted 100 ammo, but it got boring real fast. So let's bring the assault rifle with us. For the pals, I'm going to take 5 gobfins with me that all have Vanguard on them. So no fighter pals, but the gobfins will boost my attack a lot. For the armor, I couldn't bother making anything, so let's go in naked. I am ready. Another region completed. These videos have been a lot of fun to make. Thank you all for watching, and I will see you in the next one.